I'm Noel with Noel's Frags, and today is going to be like Costco on a Saturday before COVID. All about samples. One of my favorite parts about collecting is discovering something new. And not just like something, ooh, shiny, this is new, but discovering something new to me or new to my fragrance journey and just like getting interested or, being surprised by something or trying something you've never had anything similar to or falling in love with a new fragrance. And to do that, you gotta check out new stuff. So I like to go and explore new houses, whether they be indie, designer, niche, whatever it is. So I often collect sample sets or just samples in general. So today I'm going to talk about all those and maybe get some help from you guys to figure out which ones I should review. So I'm going to go through all the samples I have lying around. Okay, I'm going to go through a lot of the samples I have lying around. At least ones that are like grouped together by the house or perfumer or whoever. And I'm going to show them all to you. And since I have like 5 viewers now, I'm going to use you guys to kind of help me pick the next few houses that I review. So let's get to it. First up is Olfactive Studio. So this was one of the houses I really enjoyed going over. My process for kind of trying something new is I'll take a bunch of tester strips, lay out all the tester strips, label them with the fragrance that I'm going to spray on it, spray each one, and like as I go along, like I'll spray one and I'll smell it and I'll make some notes in my phone, and then I'll spray the next one, make some notes, spray the next one, make some notes, all the way down, and then I'll go back and I'll smell the dry down and I'll make some notes. And it's just, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to sit there and like handwrite the names of fragrances and just look at, the presentation of everything and how they're, telling the story of the fragrance, especially from like the house. And it's a very immersive experience, and you get to have a lot of fun with it. And that's what fragrances are all about, for me at least. So 12 fragrances from Olfactive Studio. So if you pick this house, we have 12 to go over. These were a recent pickup, and it's Gallagher fragrances. Ooh. And this had an honorable mention in one of my recent videos because I really enjoyed Wicked Good. Now this is a US house. I don't know if they're indie, but they're definitely under like the niche umbrella. Indie just being like a smaller niche house. David Gallagher is the perfumer of all of these, and these are his works. So if you want to hear more about David Gallagher's fragrances, let me know. I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I have 8 of them. So Olfactive Studio, I have 12. These I have 8. Making a mess. This is a house that I recently got a bottle from based off of this little discovery set. It's only, 4? Oh no, there's 6. Oh wow. There's 6 in here, but it's Nicolai Parfums from France. And it's Patricia, for those Americans, Patricia, for everyone else, Patricia de Nicolai. And she's actually a descendant of the Guerlain family, which is the hugely popular French fragrance house that's been around for hundreds of years. So she grew up in it. These are a few of her fragrances, and the quality is definitely here, and you can tell it was perfumed by somebody that spent their entire life around perfumery. So if you want to hear more about Nicolai, let me know in the comments. Then we have Gallivant Parfums. So this is a London-based indie house, and their theme is cities. So like each fragrance is named after a city, and it kind of inspired the fragrance. So Gallivant, the city-based parfums. And this one is in my opinion, marketing phenom. The designer niche house, Etat Libre d'Orange. This is a French house, and their marketing is awesome. Like, you'll see ads on Facebook, and it'll be like 1 or 2 star reviews of one of their fragrances, and just like a direct quote from the person that hated it, and they're very cool. One of the more popular ones is Fat Electrician. Another really popular one is Tom of Finland. So this house had like a name, and I thought their marketing was hilarious. So I got a sample set and I wanted to check it out. And I've smelled all of these. None of this would be a first impressions video. It'd just be my thoughts on the house. Yeah, I've smelled all these before though. Cool, really cool marketing though. Really simple packaging and stuff like that. This is kind of their symbol. So yeah, Etat Libre d'Orange. And I'd be going over 7 of their fragrances. This is a perfumer that really doesn't need any introduction, but I'll talk about him anyways. Maison Francis Kurkdorf, one of the rock stars of the perfume industry. So many designers he commissioned a lot of like the whole Lamal, his own line with Baccarat Rouge 540, and I did a whole video talking about some of his cheapies he's done. So like he's done a lot, and everyone knows him. But so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one more, 7. I've had more samples from his house over the years, but this is kind of what I dwindled it down to, just giving them away to other people that were interested. But I have 7 left. He's from France, so if you want to hear about Francis Kurkdorf, let me know. This is not really a sample set, but it's from Commodity Fragrances, and it's 3 10 milliliter like travel atomizers of 3 of their fragrances: Gin, Moss, and W **** Y, which I guess used to be whiskey. So US brand, and they've actually had a lot of their stuff hitting the discounters. I think Vetiver and like Bergamot, maybe something like that. You'll see those hit like your local Marshalls or TJ Maxx. They've been floating around recently. So if you want to hear more about these, it's only 3 though, just the 3 commodity fragrances, but an affordable, easy to get a hold of niche brand. So if commodity interests you, let me know. This next one is a small indie house based here in the United States, Beach Geeza. And Ryan Hunt, the perfumer, has made 4 fragrances, and I have samples of all 4. So if you want to hear a little bit about this indie house, just let me know in the comments. Beach Geeza. Boom. Then we're going to mix things up, since it seems like everyone's from France or the United States. Monegal Perfumes. That's Ramon Monegal. He is from Spain, and these are his perfumes. And these are, I would say, this is more for people that like florals, not just fresh, but like a little bit sweeter. I would say feminine leaning. So if those sorts of scents interest you, this would be the house to hear more about. So Monegal Perfumes. Let me know in the comments, and I'll probably put some timestamps up and words and stuff. That way you can reference it and whatnot. This is an interesting one. Another one from the US. Heretic Parfums. It's really, really small in there, but it's Heretic. Check out that cool little thing on the back. But I have 4 of these, and the thing about this house is they're a natural. It's natural perfumery, and their whole claim is that when you use natural ingredients, the sources matter, as opposed to chemicals, which can kind of be like standardized. Natural ingredients are always going to have variations depending on, how the ingredient was procured, you know, what season and everything like that. They equate perfumery to like wine. So like the grapes in this region are going to be different from the grapes in that region. So it's definitely a cool take, and they definitely have some interesting fragrances. So if you're looking for some unique stuff, Heretic perfumes. Parfums? Parfum. Heretic parfum, singular. But yeah. Then we have Hermetica. So this is another French-based house, and their whole like theme is alchemy and like ancient chemistry and stuff like that. I enjoyed this line. I think it's very interesting. It's been a minute since I've actually smelled them, so if you pick this one, you'll be visiting for the first time, and I'll be revisiting something that I think was good. I think I liked it. So Hermetica from France, and I have, how many is in here? Might be like 10, 13. So there's 13 fragrances in here. So the largest quantity so far. I don't have that many from this one, but this is a US indie house called Kerosene, and they send out their samples in like this little like Altoids 10. I have 4, but it's like, I thought the personalization was cool. He wrote my name in there. Thanks, Noel and Joy. And I think I only ordered 3 fragrances, and they gave me like a little sample of a 4th one. So I remember these being more on the, not necessarily gourmand, but like cooler weather, a little bit heavier, a little bit sweeter realm. So if you want to hear something from there, Kerosene fragrances. And last up, we're gonna end it in France with Atelier Materi, which I have 4 fragrances from. There we go. These are definitely, they spread the array, these 4, but I would say they lean a little on the fresher side. So if you want to hear about them, Atelier Materi. It sounded Italian. They're not Italian, they're French. I'm really bad with accents, guys. If you haven't figured that out, if you keep watching my videos, you'll see how bad I am. So, which of those houses do you guys want to hear about? If I was kind of vague with any of them, just leave a comment, and I'll try to do my best to kind of give you a rough end of what to expect if you pick a certain house. So let me know in the comments a video you'd like to see regarding those samples, and I'll try to get to it soon. Try to sniff them all again and bang out a video for you. Yeah, we'll pick the top 3. So whatever end up in the top 3, or if like you pick a couple of the ones with only a few fragrances, maybe I'll do like 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll see, because like you got some that are like 12 and 13 fragrances, then you have some that are just 4. So I don't know. I'll get to them all eventually one day, but the next few will be up to you, the viewer, all 5 of you, and Dan. Dan's part of the 5. Cool. If you enjoyed this video, throw me a like or subscribe to see more content. And as always, thanks for watching.